This is the Congress, the Tier 7 Premium American Cruiser. It's available in the store for 20,000 Quadrans during the DICE Irea campaign. And if you play the campaign and a treasure hunt, you can get 19,000 Quadrans for free. To make up the difference, you're going to have to go in the store and buy some of these extra bundles, which include more Quadrans. So with all that, how does the ship really stack up? Well, a lot of people are saying that it is a Tier 7 Alaska, and that I believe is mainly because the guns are identical to the Alaska, but the armor is not the same as the Alaska. It's a little bit less right there. Well, let's check out the commander, who is Shelley Beapley, and here I went with more of a concealment build for the Congress, and that really seemed to make a difference. Refractory is the base trait, which reduces the risk of catching fire. As far as inspirations, I went with Makawa, which improves the cruiser detectability, and Jersey Swirsky, which also improves the detectability of the ship. Ingenious is the first skill, which improves the cruiser gun traverse speed and incoming splash damage. Then we have Full Speed Ahead, which improves the cruiser speed and rudder shift time. Then we have Armed and Ready, which is looks a little bit like a unique skill. It improves the incoming fire dispersion, but this right here I think is really the unique skill. Private Zone, which improves the cruiser detectability by another 6% here at rank 16 legendary rank 2. And then for the legendary skill, I went with Fully Packed. Cooldown time for all consumables is improved, and you do add another consumable charge. Special effect will cool down all consumables by an additional 30%, so it quickens the cooldown time. But to make that happen, you have to be within 2 kilometers of an allied ship at legendary rank 2. Going up to legendary rank 4 will improve that to 3.5 kilometers. As far as the upgrades, I went with Aiming Systems Mod 1, which improves the main battery dispersion. And upgrade slot 2 is the Propulsion Mod 2. Time taken to reach full power while accelerating is cut in half. And then here I went with the Concealment System Mod 1. Detectability range is improved by 10%, as is incoming fire dispersion. This doubles up on your fully upgraded camo. And the thing with Beapley here, I think, is you want to stay hidden as much as possible, so the Congress can really get in a lot closer than you would normally be able to. And here with the 4th upgrade slot, we went with Gunfire Control System Mod 2. Main battery dispersion is improved, as is the main battery range. All right, loadout, you have your normal ammunition, high explosive, and armor piercing shells. Consumables is a damage control party. Duration is 5 seconds. Reloads every 58 seconds. And here you can either go with sonar or AA defensive fire. Went with sonar. Torpedo detectability is 3.1 kilometers. Ships is 4.4 kilometers. Duration is 96 seconds. Reloads every 176 seconds. And there are 3 of those consumables. And here, this was a no-brainer. We went with the radar versus the fighter. Detection of ships is 9.4 kilometers. Duration is 35 seconds. Reloads every 176 seconds. And there are 3 of those consumables. Then you have the repair party consumable, which will partially restore any light damage at the rate of 255 hit points per second. Duration is 28 seconds with a reload of 78 seconds. And there are 3 of those consumables. Don't have any boosters going, but that could change depending on the match. Ship comes with a Type 9 Premium Permanent Camouflage. Sea detectability range and incoming fire dispersion is 4.5% respectively. Specs: survivability hit points is 51,150. Armor is 16 to 330 millimeters, 13% torpedo damage reduction. Artillery, you have 7 guns. They look to be pretty much identical to the Alaskas. Artillery firing range is 16.8 kilometers. reloads every 20 seconds with a traverse time of 23 seconds. HE shells have a maximum of 4,300 with a 27% chance of setting fire. Armor piercing has a maximum of 8,900, and you do have some secondary armaments. They do reach out to 5.8 kilometers, so you want to make sure to lock your secondaries on target when it is an opportune moment. Here are your AA defenses. They're rated at 75. You'll probably clear the sky with the Congress. Maneuverability, maximum speed is pretty good at 34.7 knots. Turning circle radius is almost 1 kilometer with a rudder shift time of 11.7 seconds. Concealment detectability range by sea is 9.6 kilometers. With this concealment build, range by air is 6.3 kilometers, and if you're firing into smoke, it's 10 kilometers. And here is the armor view, and yeah, let's remove the armor and go down here on the Citadel, and you can see on top here 17 to 24 millimeter armor on top, 25 to 26 on the sides, and you will pretty much get taken out if the wrong thing happens right here. So watch it, especially from the armor point of view. Overview. Big guns. The ship is armed with high caliber main battery guns, but it is tough. It does have an above average HP base rating. Superior armor piercing damage. The ship does have an above average armor piercing shell damage potential. So then the Congress is a variant of the large cruiser project with 7 12-inch 305 millimeter main guns. She was similar to the Alaska class ship in terms of her other characteristics. Year of design was 1944, and it doesn't look like there were any ships in the series. Well, that's it for the setup of the ship and the commander. Let's go out in a standard battle and see what kind of a difference Shelley Beapley makes. So here we are in shards, and first off, I thought we'd talk a little bit about the differences between the Alaska and the Congress here. And yeah, the guns are kind of similar. Here's a screenshot of the Alaska guns. They are the same guns as the Congress. So that, as I said, is why a lot of people are trying to make the comparison that the Congress is a Tier 7 Alaska. But here is the armor of the Alaska. You can see that it has, I believe that's like 29 millimeter armor on the bow and the stern, where the Congress has thinner armor that can be penetrated by 16-inch guns, where the Alaska is more protected from 16-inch guns, and that will come into play here. And that is why I selected this video to basically highlight the ship. And here I'm reminding myself of the main battery range of the secondaries, and actually the secondaries do have a longer range on the Congress than they do on the Alaska. But we're going to close up on A here, and I'm going to use this island right here for protection. I definitely do not want to go out in the open water if I can at all help it, at least at this stage of the match. All right, so yeah, I do have Perceptive going, or the equivalent of Perceptive, and you can see the indicator for the closest enemy ship. So we're just going to close up here, and well, oh, there is a Tiger 59. So those ships do make a big difference in any match that they are in. So even though you might not get great results personally with the Tiger 59, the team does seem to get outstanding results whenever there is a Tiger 59 in the match. And this is not good because I was spotted there for a second. I have no idea who's looking at me. There is a Mogami behind the island. That cannot be the guy who spotted me, but we are going to take a shot at him as soon as the island indicator clears. And now I'm being spotted by an airplane. You can see that two of the opposing red team ships have lined me up. They've spotted me. There was that circle with the 2 in there that shows how many of the enemy are spotting you with their main guns. So now we have 3 spotting us. So I am expecting an incoming dev strike right there. There is a Collingwood, and those guns are slightly larger than 16 inches. So the Collingwood will definitely give us a problem, as will the Massachusetts here. So we are sandwiched in between 16-inch main guns here, 406 millimeters plus. You can see we started to fire real quick, and yeah, the Congress is super accurate. But look at that. I barely was out in the open for really any amount of time. I took a single hit, a single salvo, and a third of my health was removed. So I am just going to park myself here behind this island for now, and I feel that when I leave this position and go out in the open, all these big time 16-inch guns are just going to obliterate me. So I am going to bide my time. And yeah, I am thinking about hitting the heal boost, but the green that can be recovered. So when you look at your health, the yellow is your current health, and the green is what can be recovered if you hit the heal consumable. So that isn't really all that much green right there. So yeah, I'm gonna hold off on the heal consumable at this point. And I'm thinking that this Massachusetts player is just hoping that I will back up so that he could basically remove me from the map and send me back to port. And obviously I don't want that to happen. I am keeping in mind those ships. There's a Collingwood over there about the same distance as the Massachusetts. So I am figuring that they're going to try to get me in a crossfire by each ship going around the opposite side of the island. Here's the Heinrich, which is, yeah, I got a good shot on him. I don't have all of my guns on him, but I am backing up, and I'm giving full right rudder to try to get my my front guns on him. And let's see if we're going to do it while the island indicator is up already. So I took a chance, and we did some grass cutting on the top of the island there. I don't think any shots got through. But yeah, this is playing it very close and very coy. I'm not really sure why the Collingwood does not actually come in here and get me, because I do not have torpedoes or anything. So there, I'm being spotted. I assume it's by the destroyer that is creating the smoke over to my right, or the right of the screen. And yes, so the Collingwood is getting even closer here, but it looks like he's going around the other side to the left of the island here. And yeah, if I had torpedoes, this would be a good deal, but I don't. And I'm backing up, but I do want to be very careful of exposing my the rear end of the boat. I would definitely get taken out. So, okay, so let's check out the Citadel for the Congress and the Alaska. And you can see that here's the Citadel for the Congress. Here's a screenshot. And here is a screenshot for the Alaska. And the Citadels are quite similar. And now that the Collingwood is getting to within 6 kilometers, and I am going to make a break for it to try to give myself some room by hopefully kiting. There's 3 ships over there. There's a Tiger 59. He is gone. So yeah, we are barely ahead at this moment as far as ships go. But here I'm figuring that these guys are going to come around here and take me out, and then we will be even on ships. So only 17,000 damage at this point. I've been playing. Well, I've been patient rather than pushing it and getting destroyed. I'm playing it patient and coy, and there you go. That was some big time damage on 2 Citadel hits on the Mogami. So that is the big time power of the Congress. If you can get a cruiser to cooperate with you there, and there he is within secondary range. I do have him locked up, my secondaries, and here we're going to take this guy out big time right here. And there is a 3rd Citadel hit, but I do expose myself to the Massachusetts, and this is definitely a bad deal right here, because he could easily take me out especially with the broadside that I am showing him right here. So I'm going to try to get out of here as quick as possible and really hope to minimize that. There is at Collingwood, I think, at 10.4 kilometers. But at this point, I'm trying to give them as narrow of a target as possible. 50,000 damage, a destroyed ship, 3 citadel hits, and we are going to try to angle away from these guys and try to put the island between us and the ship. And there's another battleship over there all the way to the left of the screen. And yeah, there are only 3 battleships left on the red team, and they all pretty much have a shot at me. So this is not good. We are way ahead now on points and ships, so it looks like we will win the match either way. But now that we're going out here in the open water, you can see there's a Heinrich over there. That's what that one was. But now we are to try to get away from these guys. I do have to expose my broadside to somebody, and it's going to be the Collingwood right here that's going to have my broadside. And there you go. We got taken out by a broadside hit from the 16-inch main guns of the Collingwood, and that is, I think, a good display of what would happen to you. I don't think that if you were in an Alaska that would have necessarily happened. We were still kind of broadside, but the armor is quite a bit better in the Alaska than the Congress. So there you see, I did take out the Collingwood. I do think he burned down. Massachusetts is going. He's not going to be around much longer, and we will definitely win this match. All right, well, there you go. That was a big-time victory in the Congress. 352,000 credits, 60,000 battle performance, total damage on 26 main gun hits, couple destroyed ships, 3 fires, 3 citadel hits. And yeah, if nothing else, you got to see a little bit about the ship, and keep in mind that while the guns are quite similar to the Alaska, the armor definitely is not, and you can get some pretty big time damage against cruisers. But if you're out in the open water against big gun battleships, that is 16-inch and above, watch out. This is the Jaguar, and I'll see you on the high seas. Thanks for watching. Hit subscribe if you like it.
Torpedoes, direct front. Hold below the waterline. We're flooding quickly. Problem solved, sir.
We've sunk an enemy destroyer.